Does volufiline work? So it seems like there's a big TikTok trend that people are trying to use this volufiline for the hollows under the eyes, especially as all the weight loss issues come forward. People are starting to feel like this area is really hollowing out for them. Volufiline is making claims that it can produce fat to really plump up that under eye area. I'm going to make this really quick and give you the high points. It's basically put out by a company called Sederma, and it was really put forward and tested to really show that it increased fat in your boobs and in your butt. First, they did a study in a glass dish, and they said, okay, we could take these baby fat cells and we can make them mature fat cells. And in a dish, it worked. There was one study with less than 30 people that made it through the study, and they took it to humans. And what the study ultimately showed was at the end of the 60 days, on average, there was a 2.2% increase in the fat that they had measured in these individuals. Then there were some individuals that measured as high as 8.2% increase with this particular tool that's really intended to measure wrinkle depth as opposed to fat deposits. The issues that I see with the studies, it was a study that was put out by Sederma. There were a lot of control provisions that they were really missing. They didn't account for changes in menstrual cycles. So if you take on average 30 people, do they have about a 2.2% increase in measurement in their fat deposits? You measure them on the breast. Probably. Was it really a control that was appropriate to say that fat increase accounted for the volufiline? In order for this to work, it actually has to get through your epidermis, through your dermis, and then down to that subcutaneous fat layer. And then it actually has to plump up the cells there. And by the way, it has to get there and it has to do it uniformly, and it has to do it in a way that it's not creating lumps or cysts. A little bit surprised that it's gotten so much steam based on what the actual science is behind it. I think I'm going to take a pass and wait for the science to catch up on this one.